I'm late for a very important date. Oh, I am pressed for time, chasing the dream, living the nightmare, racing against the clock, racing against the clock, spinning my wheels, getting nowhere fast. Oh, too bad I forgot where I was going. Too bad I forgot where I was going. Am I lost? Am I lost? Focus! Focus! Disappearing act, pulling a real Houdini. Through funhouse looking glass, tumbling down rabbit hole, falling right on my ass. Oh, what new, fresh hell is this? Dazed and confused, bumping around in the dark, blind as a mole. Focus! 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 Time, travel, time, warp, past, life, deja vu, deja vu. Hearing jaded voices in my head, speaking of murder and chaos. Who am I? Who the hell are you?
Along with the Beat Museum, I live in North Beach, which is a neighborhood that I love, 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 love. So this is a poem about North Beach. Can a woman be in love with a place? A place? Every time I roll down the hill and onto the streets of North Beach, I say hello to an artist, a waiter, a priest, a poet. Jack Hirschman gives me a hug and a book of poetry and a translation assignment. Steve O'Callaghan, a private reading of his latest poem. Philip Hackett, a voicemail of where his next open mic will be. Last week, I read with an Elvis impersonator at Cafe Trias, hiding in the icebox, sweating. I gave a performance to a group of tourists gawking on my corner, looking up, looking up, looking up, hearing foreign language. I pretend I'm in China, Italy, sometimes France. I study Japanese tea ceremony at a school with a lineage of hundreds of years linking back to Kyoto. I order coffee in Spanish with Carlos at Cafe Greco. I learn Italian with Joanna Tuminia on a poker table, eating freshly baked focaccia at the Italian Men's Athletic Club, where they drink wine and mostly watch soccer on the TV. The sun warms me so much I must remove my scarf. I run to the top of Coit Tower to see the wild parrots that come to my neighbor's window and once landed on my husband's head. I run circles around my personal labyrinth called Washington Square Park, past a girl with a hula hoop and a crowd of Chinese ladies with bright red fans. It's a Tai Chi Qigong fantasy, a traveling circus, a theater in the round. The sounds of the neighborhood come to life as I wander, the echoing yelp of the sea lions, the church bells reminding me to pray. I live inside of a Roman piazza, where lends us his roped-off corner booth if we're lucky. And Italian waiters kiss my cheek from left to right and shout, "Ciao Bella," from across the street. We ride around on a red scooter and drink cappuccinos. And I see the cable car through tourist eyes. At the library, I read books from poet friends in the Beat Literature section underneath the bronze bust of Lawrence Ferlinghetti, who I see at the local cafes in real life. I sit on a chair that says Stephen Coppell, poet, and I dream of having my book on the shelf. But I've had my book in the window at City Lights, sandwiched between Ferlinghetti and Robert Haas for 1 week. Can a person be in love with a place? I mean, really, at night the sight of the sunset from my window never fails to move me. The colors, painting abstract neon lights, the silhouette of the church steeples and Mount Tamalpais, laying like a sleeping princess across the sea, and I stare into the lapping waves, aching like a mermaid to jump into the ocean and frolic in the chilly waves where I belong. But between Italy and China and all the poets and musicians in between, I belong in North Beach.
Love is diagonal at times. Not unlike the whir of a machine, buzz of an insect, mad dash of Canadian geese in the running bath. I step off the curb. 15 seconds later, 2 cars crumple like Kleenex, my legs free to continue walking down the street as sirens flood the night's quiet. When 2 people traveling on varied paths directly miss one another, is it an omen of good luck or bad? The soccer player kicks the ball to bend into the net, the way the light bends into a rainbow's curve. He gazes across the crowded bar as if only I exist. I recall my first baseball glove, how unexpectedly delicious the leather hide smelled of something nearly briny, yet not of the sea. The ball lands directly in my palm, but love is not something to be caught. Minutes tick away. A letter arrives and proclaims to be love, or lost love, or who the hell knows. We write to one another about mystery and longing and ghostly characters who survive blistering, sweating summers on New York City asphalt. Condensed sweat drips from air conditioners, a rain of rapture down from the concrete heavens. Machines purr in the bedrooms of lonely women and pull out orgasms like hot pasta, wet, steaming noodles. Thank you.
Listen to me, escúchame, hör zu. May my prayer come before you, turn your ear to my cry, Psalm 88. When you said those words, the air around us vibrated and entered the labyrinth of my intricate, winding seashell. Those waves gathered in my cartilaginous auricle, spiraled, vibrated, my eardrum tattooed with tympanic beats. Via my tiny bones, hammer, anvil, stirrup, and amplified air pressure in my eustachian tube applied pressure to my innermost chamber, my snail-shaped cochlea. My auditory cortex set my acoustic nerves off the tiny hairs in my organ of corti, suspended in fluid, vibrated away. Fluid waves turned into electric impulses, and I said, no, no, no. Our inner chambers did not fill with fluid until we evolved from sea to land creatures. We needed to maintain our sense of balance once we lost the support of seawater. You knocked me sideways and I fell. Sometimes I want to revert to being a fetus, floating in an inland sea of liquor amni. Life was simple then.
Jerry Chimino at the Beat Museum and Bob Booker for putting this incredible poetry and jazz series together, and for all the wonderful work that they do for poetry, the local poets, the community, and for keeping the Beat tradition alive. So give a round of applause for the Beat Museum, please. And please support their effort, their nonprofit organization, the work they're doing in the community. And I'd love to thank one more time all the wonderful, amazing artists who were here who read tonight. Cara Vita, Ingrid Kerr, Natasha Dennerstein, Lisa Engelken.